Alright guys, I'm feeling a little bit groggy today, so we are going to do something pretty special. Good morning guys, feeling much better now and just gonna get into the work for today. Looking pretty good. To show you guys some new additions. Instead of getting the one-time earbuds, I bought these, I guess, pack of earplugs that I can put in order to block out noise more easily. And beyond that, what I'm gonna be working on today is getting all the B-roll for the video that I'm working on, getting it all in the timeline, and if I can do that, I'm very happy. And then beyond that, all I want to do is make a really good vlog and also see if I can get my editor remoted in and practicing, because you can see currently it doesn't seem like overnight he got the chance to remote in, so I'm gonna have to figure out what is going on there. And yeah, that's really the plan for today. I don't know if you guys see this, but my editor has logged in. You can see he's getting Premiere booted up for the day. This is so cool. Yeah. This is probably the coolest thing I've done with like promoting and whatnot. But yeah.
3 hours later.
Alright boys, a little bit of an update. It is 8:20 a.m. right now, and I've ran into the first issue with kind of the setup for remoting in and dual, or I guess first problem with using it. So as you can see right here, pretty much the way that I have my overall workflow done right now is this keyboard and this mouse control this screen, this and this control this one, and there's this kind of like just weird dynamic going on between the monitors and the setup that I'm not really a fan of. So I want to find probably like the best way to have the monitors set up where with a single mouse pad I can flip-flop between the two setups without really much of an issue. And I think my way of doing that is going to be putting them right beside themselves like this, so it's just like thing, and I sit in this kind of little middle crevice here, which is actually very comfortable. And then it's funny, I think the earplugs I bought might not really get put to use that often, because what I'm gonna do is layer earbuds under the headset that I'm wearing. So drop them in like this, even though I have the earbuds in right now. And what that will do is mean that I can have double audio going on as well if I ever need it. And yeah, it's a very interesting setup and development. I've never seen anybody that has a two OS workflow, adding on to that being different OSs. But actually streamers do. A lot of streamers with a dual PC have like an Elgato double link, which is why I even had an idea for this, because I come from the gaming world. But when it comes to like work and ergonomics, not really seen anybody do this. So I'm figuring it out, but video's going super well. Big, or not big issue, but the thing that I ran into today is while my editor is learning and getting used to Premiere, I don't have the ability to just like hijack the computer from him and go in to set up all the files for the actual video, which, considering like a normal workflow, I don't think will be a recurring problem. because pretty much he'll just be able to go in and we're going to be working on the same video for the rest of the time going forward. But it's just right now, while he's learning, I have him editing just some test video footage that we have, and I'm trying to also plug in the footage on the other separate video. So it's a little bit of a pain and learning process there, but as you guys can see, there's a little break there. So gonna walk out, get some sunlight, and I'll give you guys a little bit more of an update with the plant. Oh yeah, we are outside, and boy, this is a perfect angle, right around 8. You've already got a lot of work done, and you just get the sun right on your face. Insane. Lighting is too harsh, but still also really good. Day's going well. Overall review when it comes to focus, energy, whatnot. I can feel the little bit of like the brain processing power slow down because I didn't sleep that much. But what I'm making that up for is the caffeine that I have. So still getting stuff done. And the biggest thing that is a struggle for me right now is just figuring stuff out. Like I was talking about yesterday, I'm in a new phase now where I'm upping the level of my infrastructure and what I work on. And because of that, I feel like an idiot for my entire day. There are times when you get to do stuff that you're good at. So for me, like when I sit down to make a thumbnail, I've already went through the idiot phase of making really good thumbnails. So it's fun to just sit there and just practice a craft that I'm already really good at. Same thing with script writing, same thing with research, same thing with pretty much every other part of making a YouTube video. But this editing, oh my gosh, being the idiot again, right? And it's not just like basic video editing, it's editing like 500 gigabytes files or like total project files. And if you add all the downloaded footage, probably nearing like 750 gigabytes, which is like, what a way to learn, you know? I've done like basic video editing, like anything you'd expect of a curious kid that likes making videos and played a lot of video games, but nothing to the level of what I'm doing now. And I went through the same process with setting up my recording studio. Learning all about cameras and lighting and all this stuff, felt like a total idiot, and it sucked. Like if you go back on my channel, there's videos of me with like a squished face, and just like you start to question how can somebody be this bad at operating a camera if you look at some of the videos there. But I went through that phase, and it's just about going through these phases. Recognizing it makes it easier, but it doesn't make it easy. It still sucks, and it also hurts your ego, like because I have gotten better at all the other parts of the process, and there is that external validation from the other work that I'm doing. It makes you feel like you're almost too good to be the idiot again on certain things, and I just have to completely fight that. And I think the best way is just to isolate yourself from results, almost like re-humble yourself. And my way of doing that is no checking YouTube Studio. And I'm guilty of like screwing it up, but truly one of the best things that I started telling myself is videos aren't made on YouTube. Videos are watched on YouTube. So I am somebody that loves YouTube. I spend like a lot of time watching the platform as a just general consumer for my entertainment. And because of that, I get really looped into not only just like checking YouTube Studio, but actually just watching videos myself. So it's a problem, and I want to stop doing that and just focus everything on just like being the idiot, sitting down and just going through this project file. Man, it really kills you. But I know after I go through this idiot phase and I finally beat it, I will have learned every part of the video making process. I will be like, oh, okay, here's what I was talking about. So you guys can see this video is being moved around and edited, and I'm not doing anything. I was about to sit down and do work on the computer, but it looks like I can no longer do that because he's got his stuff to be doing, and I don't want to interfere with that. So I'm gonna have to figure out what the play is now. However, the overall consensus is, yeah, just going back to being the idiot and doing a good job of that. And that even applies to these vlogs. Like, learning how to edit vlogs is a skill. I've been slowly getting better at it. And boy, I knew this month was gonna be tough, but there's just some of these walls that you have to climb that just suck so much. What can you do about it? Alright boys, I just jumped off a call with a client and we were just talking about some workflow stuff and yeah, really just like the mental state to record videos. That being said, now what I am going to do is, I think I might finally have gotten access to work on my computer. I think my editor is taking a break. So in the meantime, I'm gonna start transferring the files over. I wanna knock out all of the minor stuff that I'm supposed to do. So like set up Google AdSense, do a little bit of like the back end, just like administrative stuff. And yeah, if I can get all of that done, I'll feel a lot more clear because I just don't want to keep procrastinating all the admin stuff. I just want to knock it out and just not think about it. And no better opportunity than to have one of my videos that I'm supposed to be working on, have it being occupied or I really can't do anything. So I'm going to be doing that. And then as I do the admin work, I want to figure out how to make better vlogs with this specific camera that I have, because I don't know why, but the quality seems so low with these vlogs, right? And it's not the camera, it's my usage of it, because I know how to use it to shoot talking head videos, which are done in 4K and look really good. But for whatever reason, when it's this, and I literally have two cameras that I use and just like bring the SD card between, I have no excuse not to produce really good stuff. So I just need to figure out where I'm screwing up and having the quality drop off. And yeah, I don't know if I showed you guys this, but I also have owned a shotgun mic for a while that for whatever reason I wasn't using. So this is the mic that I'm talking into right now, and it actually works way better than the DJI mic. A, because it doesn't only record one side of audio that I have to fix in post-production and sometimes forget to before I go to bed. And then B, because I don't have to set it up every time. I can just click record and I'm now recording, versus the DJI, I have to turn it on and do all the stuff and charge it and do, it's just a bunch of headache. So yeah. I'm back on the directional mic. Let me know how it sounds. I'm gonna figure out how to make the rest of these vlogs better. So it's time-lapse time. Big change on the way. Vlogs, for the time being, are now going to be much shorter, much higher production quality, and just better. So for the first 42 days in this series, and I guess in this vlog going forward, I realized that it's way better to walk out of every single day with a complete movie that I have made and I am proud of, rather than just me yapping for 50 minutes. I'd rather give you guys a lesson and not just some brain salad that is me unfinished with an idea. Selfishly, I'll get a lot more views when I get good at this. And honestly, that's what I think Obsession is really about. It was a phantom. Urshad, if you ever see this, great stuff, dude. My editor has just began working after our team meeting is done, just doing work, cutting up and making the videos, and he definitely does not have to. It is like 10 p.m. his time. He's already worked the whole day, but he's still in the lab. And yeah, I'm so glad we had our team meeting and really just doubled down on him learning the basics. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing the animations. And yeah, it's all about building a culture around excellence, and for me as a leader, doing everything I can to make it easy. One of those is we found a way to do 4K downloads for an entire channel, so he'll never have to download B-roll again. It's just automatically all there and he just picks and chooses, and just so many little minor things like that that makes such a big difference on the back end. So yeah. Dude, I even got bedhead as well. It's crazy. Well, if you guys couldn't tell, I just woke up from a nap, and to add insult to injury, while laying in bed on my laptop, I decided to order Panda Express, which for me, on any other day of the week other than Friday, not even on Saturday would I feel good about this, but only Friday am I okay with doing this, because it's a depressurized way of working. On Friday night, I'm gonna sit here and make videos and watch videos, and that's gonna be all. So why not have a little bit of fun doing it? I also have this theory with content that if I watch enough of it, for example, Casey Neistat doing daily vlogs for 800 episodes, I will get an intuitive understanding of what needs to be done right, and because of that, the blueprint that I follow does not matter. It's honestly one of the best lessons that I've learned. You don't try and create frameworks around doing something. I spoke about this to the client earlier. You do something and consume something so much that your conscious mind doesn't even know what's happening. Your subconscious mind just intuitively knows what to do. And that's what all the most powerful and best people at the world in any given thing are just masters at. Man, I was really hoping for something more interesting than that, but anyways, it's Friday night. I've got my tea, and now I'm gonna be making some changes to my studio because it is an absolute mess. Okay, so this place is boring, and given I spend 100% of my time pretty much in it or in the room outside of it, I figure I might as well get some of my personality in it. Alright, this is a little update number one here. We got the writing paper and the board and the overhead shot, which also doubles as a whiteboard. And then we got this mess. Double PC, second monitor is taking the fall, as you guys can see. We got unfinished video board, well it's finished but not being used, and just a bunch of stuff. Definitely a fire hazard over there. Yeah, just quite a fun time. So you know what they say, when you have too much stuff that you don't feel like organizing, you should go into your shed of the people who owned the home before you and see if you can find any cool gear that would just make you feel good. Let there be light. Woo. Got the keys. guy who lived here before was an army veteran, and you can clearly see the dude woodworked everything. There's even another appliance where he really does this, but this is exactly what I want to do in my room to manage all the cables and everything I've got. One thing I will definitely be stealing tomorrow is some of this plywood, the hurricane sandbags, to make sure my camera gear doesn't fall out of place. And as I was showing you guys, the guy loved woodworking, so there are a lot of just pieces of plywood that I can take from and do various cool things with at different parts of the house, right? Like if I walk over here, I can make real good use out of this stuff. I am going to turn this piece of wood into something. Okay, so I quickly realized that I might have bit off more than I can chew, so all I've really done is two very small projects. This is the first one, calling it the UK table because it's got kind of like the UK flag. Got paper there, that there, screwed up bed, whole bunch of stuff everywhere because I made the space more messy trying to think of ideas. I have a kind of work in progress there, but the only thing that I'm really proud of, actually a few things. First one, this is the source of my anger. So if you want to zoom in, you can see light, fan, power, and something that I will either accidentally do myself or somebody else will do when they come in and do not know is hit a switch and then everything turns off. And now consequences are more grave because that also means my editor loses power. So very cool addition there. Next thing is I've added, for future reference, workshop, and then I've also added the barn. And pretty much on my renovation list, as you guys can see here, this is the only thing I've put down so far, but initially I was planning to replace this door. What I think I'm going to do is, to give you guys a layout, is I want to put the door right here because there's already a framing for it, and what this will do is it will block all the sound off for when I'm sleeping but also working, and kind of give me this like whole space here to just do whatever I want with, which probably involves moving my bed and a whole bunch of other stuff that honestly I just have never even thought about, which is absurd because the biggest lesson that I remembered as I was going through all this stuff is my brain immediately jumped to, I need to order this on Amazon, need to get this, need to get that, and I'll start tomorrow talking all about this. But it's about making what you have work, right? That's it's a dying concept today, is just taking what you have and turning it into whatever you can create the best. Everybody today, including myself, just wants to buy the prefab solution, buy what's best, instead of making the things themselves and kind of just jerry-rigging the entire process, which you guys can see I've done with the recording studio. And I forgot that I love doing this kind of stuff, so I'm going to do it the rest of my room and just kind of make it my own. Yeah. That being said, it is 9:22 and I want to get this vlog posted for you guys, and I also don't want to make a whole bunch of noise. And I'm also tired, so I'm just going to wrap it up when it comes to the studio progressions, edit the vlog, post it, but tomorrow I'm going to be going a lot more in depth on doing the initial build for this.